What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video here. I am here at, you might have already guessed it, the Magic Kingdom. The sun is setting and I decided, man, I gotta do one video. So today I'm gonna talk to you guys about mantras, what they are, why I do it, and how it could benefit you, because I think they're really cool and I do feel the changes that having my own mantra have brought into my own life. All right, so what is a mantra? A mantra is pretty much just like your thing, not really like your theme, but kind of like just your thing, your list, your words. Like, all right. So this is really funny. I actually Googled it. So technically, on per Google, a mantra is a statement or slogan that you say repeatedly, which I guess is correct, but it's a lot deeper than that, guys. A mantra is something you put together, and you'll put it together yourself, and I'll teach you. I'll show my mantra with you guys so that way you can have an idea of what it is. But essentially, it's your personal slogan, set of beliefs, rules you say to yourself to try to incorporate it into your daily life and into your belief system. And why I believe this is so important is because our brains are literally computer systems. And the thing is, we grow up with all of these beliefs about ourselves, like what we can't do, what's good, what's bad, what's wrong, what do you enjoy, what do you hate, why do you hate it? And a lot of it was just not even things we put into our own heads. Like, a lot of it was just things we were influenced by, like growing up, something a teacher said, something your parents said. And it's not until you get to a certain age that you start to question every belief you ever had. Like, wait, is this really something I want to believe? Why do I have this belief? And are these beliefs holding me back? And I realized, me personally, I had a lot of beliefs that were just holding me back. They weren't serving me anymore. They were leading me to live a life that just wasn't my best life. It wasn't a happy life. It was quite a sad life. It was me just feeling miserable all the time. And I started thinking, like, how did I get that way? And it wasn't even any fault of me. It's just like, I went through life. I lived life, not questioning where my belief systems came from. And then before I knew it, I just have all of these bad, negative beliefs, like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not confident enough. Why me? Why should I be the one to have good things? Why should good things happen to me? Like, it's the silliest things, guys. But I really felt that negatively about myself, and I discovered what a mantra was, and I made my own mantra. And I kid you not, guys, my mantra literally has been a work in progress since I made it. And honestly, even when I was making it, it took me a couple weeks to kind of scrap together a little rough draft. But for me, I had to really pick things that resonated with me and that were areas of my life that I really needed to look at and examine and really just conquer, overcome, and just bring into the light. So I'm going to share a couple of them with you. Some of them might really resonate with you. So my mantra, it always starts off with, I am whole, full, complete, and worthy. Right now, in this moment, I am good enough. I'm here at Disney. I'm completely alone. I'm walking around surrounded by all of these couples and families and peoples. And even when I go to the restaurants, they're always like, Semi family or the Huda family. I'm like, no, it's just me. And when I was going through the front door, they're like, all right, you guys have fun. I'm like, what guys? I'm by myself. Like, everybody here, like all the people that work here, are so used to talking to families and groups that it's almost like they can't really comprehend that I'm just like here at Disney by myself. And I really feel like I'm like the only one who's here by myself. Does that bother me? No. I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. I'm exploring. I'm doing stuff. But it's really easy to feel like I'm not complete because I'm single and there's not a girl in my life and I don't have a family, and especially surrounded by all these people who are just, families and together. It's like, you can't help but think it. You really can't help but think it. But it's not even really about that, man. It's just, I'm good. And I think a big part of this is that I've recited this mantra, everything in this mantra, multiple times a week, literally probably 5-6 times a week. Every day I meditate, I go over my mantra. And I've been doing this for 254 days, guys. Because that's how long I've been sober. And that's how long I've been working to recondition my brain to just be healthier, more prosperous, and to cultivate good feelings like gratefulness, joy, excitement. So anyways, to start things off, I'm whole, full, complete, and worthy right now in this moment, and so are you. Second thing is I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I am exactly who I am meant to be. And this one I love because, man, it's so easy to just feel like you're not where you're meant to be. Like you're supposed to be somewhere else. You're supposed to be something else. You're supposed to have attained a certain level of dreams or success or prosperity. And while those things may come for you and probably will come for you, and I hope they do come for you, sometimes you gotta just enjoy where you're at right now. And for me, it's, especially like I could go back to the girlfriend example. Like, man, I feel like I should be in a relationship. I'm here at Disney with all these families and everybody's all here gallivanting around. But it's in my future, hopefully. I have a good feeling that it will work out for me. No guarantees, obviously, but that's life, guys. It's life. You just got to roll with it. So, yes, you are who you're meant to be right now in this moment, and you are exactly where you're meant to be right now, sitting down in that chair, watching this YouTube video, because you're learning, and that's okay. That's exactly where you want to be, guys. It's perfect. It's good. All right, so that's one. That's two. Third thing, and this is actually kind of showing because of the whole attitude I just had, oh yeah, I don't know if I'll meet a girl, but I'm pretty sure I will meet a girl. Yeah, because the third thing is, in the end, everything will be okay, and if it's not okay, it ain't the end. Repeat after me. In the end, everything will be okay, and if it's not the end, if it's not okay, it's not the end. And that one, God, it's just so powerful, because every time I feel like shit, or every time I feel like, sorry for cussing in front of the Disney Tower, but oh my God, it's the sun setting, it's looking all shiny and stuff. But anyways, in the end, everything will be okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. Guys, this little thought has just saved me so many times. Every time I feel a bit blue or just down on myself, or things aren't adding up and I'm just really not where I want to be, I think that thought and I can't really argue with it, because it ain't the end yet. So there's plenty of time for things to correct themselves, and it will be okay. So take it, put it into your mantra. In the end, everything will be okay. And if it ain't okay, it ain't the end. All right, so that's 3, guys. I'm gonna share a couple more with you. I honestly have a really long list. If you're enjoying it and want to hear my whole mantra, which is pretty long, I'll share my whole mantra. So the ones with 3 we've gone over so far is whole, full, complete, and worthy in this moment. 2, you're exactly where you're meant to be. You're exactly who you're supposed to be. 3, you are whole. Everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, then it's not the end. Which brings me to number 4, which is what I want wants me. What I'm seeking is seeking me. And honestly, it almost just creates this sense of just an internal guidance that yes, I'm on the right path. I am becoming the person I am meant to be, but also whatever opportunities or persons or relationships in the future, those things are also looking for me. So it's it changes the framework. It's you're not just seeking to find these things to fulfill you. It's you're living in a world where you're looking for those things, but those things are also looking for you, which is I don't know, it's kind of some law of attraction deep stuff going on, but it's I don't know, inside it just makes me feel it's almost like there's a magnet, and it's pulling me towards something, and it's just, I don't know, it's dope to believe that what it's pulling me towards is also getting pulled towards me. It gives you that sense of progression and fulfillment, and the things you want in life are also just, they're waiting for you. You gotta just keep moving, and they're gonna keep moving towards you. I don't know, it's really cool, man. That's my 4th one. Number 5 is... All right, guys. Took a little break right there just to re-brainstorm and recall it. Anyways, number 5, guys, is I surrender to the path of my journey. I accept and embrace the process. This one's deep, guys. This one's deep, especially for you grinders out there, for you guys that are just hustling, putting the time in, trying to, get to that next level, trying to buy that house, start that business, get that girl, chase down that relationship. create your ideal life, be more adventurous, get out there, get out of your comfort zone, do stuff with your life. Oh, like, I cannot tell you enough, literally, just surrendering to the process. Like, for example, like a workout regime, when you surrender to the path of your journey, you decided you're going to get in shape, you're going to get fit, so you're going to work out. You surrender to it, you accept and you embrace the process. And it's like you go with the flow, guys. That's literally all it is. Even if the flow is hard, even if the flow is sometimes mundane and monotonous, as long as it's moving you forward, guys, just surrender to that. Don't be in resistance to it. Don't be like, oh, I hate my job, I hate doing this, I hate doing that. If you hate it, change it. But if you're doing it for a reason, because you got some place to be, because you got something to do in life, then by all means, surrender to the journey. Do it. Grab los cojones. Get out there and just surrender. Surrender to the journey that is your life, to the story that is your life. Accept it and embrace the process. Amor fati, guys. Really deep line, but it's pretty much embracing your own fate, no matter what might be. If you're single, love that. If you're in a relationship, love that. If you're got a great job, love that. If you're broke AF, love that. And try to change it, obviously, but it's just about loving your life no matter where you're at in life. It's not about comparing it to anybody. It's about just loving where you're at. Oh, that's 5 pretty big ones, guys. I'm gonna leave you off with one final one, because I don't want this video to be too crazy long. And this one's actually kind of like a packaged deal, so to speak. And whenever you say it, you have to really just believe it. Like, I'm kidding, like, it's good stuff, okay? So, first thing, it's 5 things actually. It is 1, I accept myself. And that's complete acceptance, guys. You accept yourself. You accept the body you have. You accept your teeth. You accept your smile. You accept your skin. You accept your hair or lack of hair in my example. No matter who you are, what kind of shape, box, package you're in, accept yourself. Because if you accept yourself, you'll never be rejected. No one can reject you but yourself. But you have to accept who you are. So I tell myself, I accept myself. And then not only that, I appreciate myself. I am proud of the man I am. I'm proud of the person I have become. I'm proud of the person I am becoming. And you know, I appreciate myself. I appreciate this vessel of mine, this lung that breathes, this heart that beats and keeps me alive day in and day out. These arms, these legs. I have legs. I can walk. I can walk for miles. I can walk 8 miles in a whole day at Disney. Like, I appreciate everything about me that's going on right now. I appreciate the creativity, the creative soul in me, the me that wants to pull out his camera in front of the Disney castle and make a YouTube video. I appreciate that. So appreciate yourself, guys, and really sit with this, man. Sit with this. Accept yourself, appreciate yourself. The third thing, I understand myself. And this one's been a tough one, because the more I learn about myself, the more I realize I don't really know everything about myself. And the thing is, like, I think we're just all templates that are always changing. As our belief systems change, as we learn new things, as we grow, as we mature, we technically become different versions of ourselves throughout our entire life. Yes, we're in the same package, and that package does age, but inside mentally, guys, there is no good way to have like a before and after mental picture. Like, I wish I could, like, if I took a picture of my mental health for you guys like a year ago, and I was just binge drinking all the time, and I was super depressed and super sad and just throwing my life away and just doing really bad things with my life, like, that picture would be kind of like maybe a 500-pound obese person. And now, like, I don't know, in my mind, mentally, I kind of feel like I've got 6-pack abs. Like, there's not really a way to show that, guys. But when you get to that deeper level of understanding, it's just a good place to be. And it's good to feel like you can trust yourself and have faith in yourself by understanding yourself. So just tell it, say it. I understand myself. Number 4, I forgive myself. It's deep. It's deep, man. Sometimes we make mistakes in life. Sometimes we do things we didn't want to do. Sometimes we hurt people we didn't want to hurt. Sometimes we make poor decisions, and you know, that's just what it means to grow up and mature and, you know, play this game of life, so to speak. But sometimes, man, like, we hurt people, we hurt friendships, we ruin relationships, we hurt ourselves, and it's hard to find forgiveness. And a lot of times, man, like nobody else will forgive you if you don't forgive yourself. And I wrestled with this for the longest time, and honestly I still wrestle with it because I did some really just really bad things, man. Things that were just very uncharacteristic of me, and things I've wrestled to forgive myself for. But at the end of the day, man, like, you gotta forgive yourself, and I forgive myself, and I forgive everything about it. I forgive myself for the man I was. I forgive every bad decision I have ever made. I forget every mistake I ever made. I regret not taking better care of my mental health. I forgive myself for that. I forgive myself for being human and just, learning and growing and trials and errors and all the mistakes, man. I forgive myself for them. And guys, if you can talk to yourself like you are your own best friend, forgive yourself, man. You deserve it. Like, forgive yourself for all the mistakes you made. Forgive yourself for that person you were in the past, that person you were yesterday, that person you were this morning. If it's somebody you don't want to be, then forgive yourself for it. Change it. And nobody else can ever give you the permission. And sometimes, and honestly, it's a cold hard truth, but a lot of times the world will not forgive you. Or the people you want forgiveness from won't forgive you. But I do believe the world and the universe does forgive you. Or if you're very religious and God forgives you. I don't want to make this too deep and spiritual right now, but you got to have that deep sense of forgiveness, guys. And the fifth and final one of this mantra of mine is I love myself. It's that simple, man. Like, and a lot of what I just said really ties into it, because like I think the forgiveness, the understanding, the acceptance, the appreciation, that's all part of self-love. But man, if you cannot love yourself, then who else is going to love you? Like, I think a lot of times we go through life and we really think that we'll find that person and they're going to love us and make us feel better about ourselves. But the real question we should be asking is, why don't we feel good about ourselves right now as we are, alone, single, at Disney with all these families and all these people running around? And like, point proven, guys. Like, nobody wants to, like, I don't want to go up to like some girl and just be like, let me be the only thing that makes you happy and let me just bring you up out of this and then I'm gonna like make your world. It's, like, honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I'm kind of attracted to the sad girls just a little bit, but like, that's not what an ideal relationship is, as I've come to learn in my adulthood. It's, it's two people like lifting themselves up, but both parties make themselves happy, and for both parties it's the happiness of making the other happy that really makes those relationships thrive. So both people take care of themselves and both people take care of each other. But it can't be the other way around, where one person's looking for the other to take care of them and vice versa, because those relationships just crash and burn and they're very selfish and they fizzle out. So back to what I'm saying, love yourself, because you can't expect anybody else to love you. And man, it's really good when you do get to that deeper place of acceptance, worthiness, self-love, and just, peace, man. That's one word for it. It's peace of mind. It's really good, really dope. Like, I can't even tell you how euphoric I get sometimes when I like repeat this script into my head. And man, like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, the first couple times, like, I was, making up this like list of things to say to myself. Maybe it seemed a little bit cheesy, but the alternative was misery, and I decided I didn't want to be miserable anymore, so I gave it a shot. I made my list. My list keeps changing. My list keeps growing as I grow as a person. Things get deeper. And man, guys, it's just like, you could like probably look at the camera and look at me talking to you and just tell, like, man, I really like believe the stuff I'm saying, because I do, guys. But I didn't for the longest time. Those first few weeks, those first few months, like, it was like coding a computer system. I literally had to do the work. I had to say this to myself every day. I had to keep saying it to myself every day until it actually started becoming more than thoughts. The thoughts kind of became belief. And now the belief kind of dictates my subconscious behavior and just my mood and my feelings and my emotions, how I feel about myself. And that's what it is to grow, guys. And that's like one of the biggest secrets I've learned this year for my mental health, is just having a mantra. Have your list of things You say to yourself each day that positive daily self-talk, and it works, guys. I'm living proof of it, and I really believe it after trying it for myself, and I hope this helps any of you guys out there. I'm gonna go back to exploring Disney. I'll give y'all a little look of the park. There's the castle, and crap ton of people behind me. Alright guys, till next time, I'll see you on the next video. I hope you guys got some value in that. Peace and love.